what can happen to China if you cross your political foes?
Grant, let me just brief you a little bit on what, political prosecution and how Chinese Communist Party utilize, legal resources and unrestricted warfare to oppose against its political, opponents. And Miles, as everybody knows, he was listed as the #1 enemy of the Chinese Communist Party, right? And since Miles, joined the cause or started the cause of the whistleblowers movement, the Chinese Communist Party has utilized the different cases in different cities in China to rip off, the wealth that he and his family established over the past
Aila,
I would like to use, just some of the examples that Miles experienced when he was in China and how the Chinese government actually used, legal weapons, to conduct against him. Everybody knows that, Miles and his family owned the Pangu 7-star hotel in Beijing. And at the time he developed the Pangu Hotel, he actually purchased the land from private owners, from people who actually privately own those land, because Miles believed that China, Beijing, was actually able to hold the 2008 Olympics. And so at that time, with very broad vision, Miles purchased the land from private owners very early and started to develop Pangu Plaza. And it was at the, it was almost at the same time that at the time, Beijing Mayor Liu Zhihua actually got interested into that land, and the mayor found out, huge potential interest out of the establishment of the hotel, and the Beijing mayor wanted to purchase or even take, just rip off the land from Miles to appease one of its mistress. And so that was the first illegal warfare that the Miles had faced when he was in China, that he actually, exposed the corruptions around the Beijing mayors and then, sent the Beijing mayor to the jail. And it was at the time that the Chinese Communist Party had targeted him. So you can, tell very simply that in China, when when a political official from the government has interest in your private wealth, in your private assets, the first thing that they can do is to charge you, from the government stance, to say that you have corruption, to suspend your license of development, and to use every legal resources that they can to stop your effort in building and expanding your own empire in China.